acting as Sergeant at Arms. I'm welcoming dear Lily Jayaningsi, visiting Toastmaster, as well as Elder Bro Timer Apri, yet elder sister Dia to be with us. So basically, three of them are the three musketeers, yeah, from the East Japanese kingdom. Now, I would like to play the video that Natalie sent me a decade ago. I hope I can just share it now. Share this one. Share, okay. And I do play.
I don't think you shared the audio there, Rendra, but it's cool.
Sorry, Ben.
There's no sound.
No sound.
Oh, how to share the sounds? I don't
When
know.
when you
Please
share
let me
your
know.
screen, you got to click on audio, share audio also.
Oh, wait. Is there something here?
Nope, you just got to unshare and then reshare again, and then click the
Oh, okay,
there's
stop
audio.
share.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. And then I do share. I do this one. And then share. There's no.
So
Hmm.
when you click,
This is my first time.
nope, when you click share button on the
Share.
right, it'll say share sound.
Share setting, I think.
Share sound.
Oh, wait.
Share option
Mm-hmm.
on the
Ah,
right part.
the right pad, right? When I share, yeah, it sounds that advanced sense. Okay, enable video sharing. There's no options to.
I think we can skip that for now, and then we can give
Yes,
the guidance after the meeting, so the next time he can run.
that's correct. Thank you, presidents. Now,
Thank
I think
you.
that you all know that we have club presidents, and I would like to invite our presidents to take the roles. Madam President, Madam Waza, please.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rendra. We're acting as AA. As you know, life is not perfect, just like what happened just now, but we learn from it. So it's great. We welcome any mistakes, any imperfection, because Toastmasters is the safest place to make mistakes. And hello, everyone. My name is Natalie, and I am the club president of Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. And this will be my last month for this term. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm so ready to pass it over to someone else in this club. I'm
Give
looking
it
at
to
you,
Nancy.
and I'm looking at you, Rendra. So thank you so much for coming, despite your busy Monday, despite your busy new month in June. I also would like to welcome our club members, our visiting Toastmasters, Toastmaster Apri, Toastmaster Dia, Apri from Malang, Toastmasters Club, Dia from Surabaya Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Lily from Jakarta Bahasa Toastmasters Club, and our club members, Rendra, Vivi, Nancy, and Ben. We're small in numbers tonight, but it's great because we're going to have a lot of fun. As all of you are Toastmasters members, I don't have to explain what is Toastmasters and why are we here, because I'm pretty sure we all know the drills. But I just want to remind you all that in Toastmasters, we have values, mission, and vision. And in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, we also have club values, as simple as ABC. A, appreciate our club members. B, build each other's up. And C, celebrate our successes. And for that, I will directly, without, wasting any more time, I will hand it over the virtual stage to our MC for tonight's meeting, the Toastmaster of the meeting, none other than the charming, flamboyant, and charismatic Toastmasters Marendra Dika.
Thank you, Mademoiselle President. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all Toastmasters, so you know the job of Toastmaster of the meeting. I would like to bring the theme of today is someone who changed your life. Now use the chat box at the bottom, click the chats, and type down a word. Who is a person that changed your life? For example, me, done. I've done my part. Now please try yours. Two words. I say one word. My parent is two words. Okay, but you can combine my and parents become one word. My ex-boyfriend. Oh, mamma mia. You can use my ex-boyfriend, but just unite those words into one word. My ex-boyfriend. Bam, like Germany. A Deutsch culture combine all those words into one word. Teacher. Great. Toastmasters. My coach. Parents. Rendra. Mom. Apri, what did you write? I didn't get it from Apri. You are expected to write something, bro.
I'm teacher, bro.
Which one is yours? Dia
Teacher,
saying
teacher,
teacher.
teacher. Yeah.
Okay. I, I was expecting that Apri will write down Dia or Nancy or something, but apparently not. Not the case. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems that each of us has our someone special. We call in bahasa sapi, someone special. And turns out for me, my mom, and I think Fifi also, her mom, he mentioned her parents. It's to be more polite and general. And I think Natalie resonates my voice, the parents or mother. And I believe you still have number two, number three, number four in your lives. That change really to you. I will discuss it later on while I would like to invite my GE. My GE will tell you about the team that apparently will she telling the team. So our GE today is Fifi. Fifi, please explain what is G all about and who are your team members. Fifi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Marenda. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and welcome guests. My name is Vivi, and I have the honor of serving you as General Evaluator for today's meeting. My role is to guide the evaluation segment of the meeting and offer feedback on how we conducted ourselves from the beginning until the end. To run this general evaluation, I will call my team to introduce their roles. So please welcome Toastmaster Apri as the timer. Toastmaster Apri, please explain your role.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Vivi. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good to see you again. So today I will serve as a timer. My job is to take a note for the. Yeah, my job as a timer is to note for the time need to spend for the speaker, evaluator, and also double topic participant. Basically, all you have to finish your speech by a certain time. And as a timer, I also can change your life whether you are qualified or disqualified. And to help you to track the time, I have a warning signal. Let's see.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Apri. It's important.
Oh, wait a second. I still not done
Hello?
yet. I still
Yeah,
not done yet, right? Okay, to help you to track the time, I have warning signal. The first is turn from green, yellow, and red. And the green background will turn on for the speaker at minute 5, and for the flutter start at minute 2, and for the topic start at minute 1. Next, we have a yellow background. The yellow background for the speaker will start at minute 6, and for the operator start at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and for the double topic start at 1 minute 30 seconds. And after that, I have a red background. And the red background for the speaker will start at minute 7. And for the double topic start at minute 2. And for the evaluator start at minute 3. So please pay attention because after I turn on the red background, you only have 30 seconds before you get overtime. And if you get overtime, that means you need not be able to be vote. Okay, thank you. I think that's all for me. And back to our GE, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Apri. I was sorry because internet was lagging just now. So, Toastmaster Apri, it's important to get your message across in the allotted time and for the meeting to run according to the schedule. I read the message from Natalie, but I need to ask all of you again whether someone from us wants to be the counter for this meeting. If not, then do we agree to skip the counter? Is that okay? Okay, now let's continue with the grammarian. Nancy, time is yours, Nan.
Thank you, Madam GE. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nancy, and my role today is as a grammarian. For tonight's meeting, my role is to listen carefully to all speakers and note the effective use of language, as well as any opportunities for improvement in grammar, word choice, pronunciation, and sentence structure. I will also introduce the word of the day. For our today's meeting, our word of the day is, can you guys see my screen?
Grammarian Nancy has started screen sharing, but it's yes, influence.
We can
Okay.
see.
For today's meeting, our word of the day is influence. So listen, everyone. Influence. Influence. So I want all of you to
Influence.
yes, say together, 1, 2, 3. Influence.
Influence.
Influence. Influence. Oh, influence. Okay.
Cool. So influence can be divided into noun and also verb. As a noun, the meaning is the ability to impact persons, situations, or events directly. For example, her coaching style had a major influence on the theme. And it can also be used as a verb. It means the act of producing an effect and indirectly causing changes in someone's belief or actions. For example, the documentary influenced his decision to become a veterinarian. So you guys can use this word of the day during the meeting, and I really encourage you to, of course, use the word of the day. And at the end of the meeting, I will be back to present my report to you. I think that is all from me. I will give the control back to Madam G. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy as grammarian. So everyone, please remind that Nancy will be the one who tracking our use of the word of the day, that is influence, and listening for good uses of the language, as well as points for improvement. Now, April as timer and Nancy as grammarian has already shared to us their roles. Now I return back to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Marinder.
Thank you, GEPP Amaliawati. That was amazing job as GE. You have written to me someone who changed your life. If I may know who you try best to change someone else's life. If my case, I would like to influence ma familia. Is it English? Ma familia? So I would like to change the family.
No,
How about yours?
my familia is Italian or Spanish.
And of course, so just write down there who you would like to influence positively to. Maybe your son or wife or your mom. Just writing down.
Mm.
Just
Okay.
writing down there. So let me know. Someone that you trying your best to change their life. People in my circles, home club, Rendra. Gracias, muchas, Ben. I think it is English. Okay, my subordinates. Wow, mamma mia. Subordinate, that's super. Okay, thank you, everyone. As you know, we have three sessions. First is prepared speech sessions. Second will be the table topic session, and the third will be the evaluation session. Now, and I would like to open the first sessions. It is called a prepared speech sessions. We can be so focused to one single speaker, one and only. To doing that, I would like to invite her most favorable evaluator to present what her speech is all about. For doing this, I am inviting the champions that this club has to offer. Her name is Sweet Natalie, and I think the multiverses witness her career so far. Natalie, explain your job.
Thank you, Toastmaster Marendra, our Toastmaster meeting. I can already felt your influence across the different multiverse of the Zoom. So tonight I will be the evaluator of our only speaker, Toastmaster Diah Nurmila. Her project for tonight is from Presentation Mastery Path, Level 1, Project 2, Writing a Speech with Purpose. The purpose of this project is for her to learn or review basic methods of writing a speech with a divine purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. The member completing this project is working to write a speech with purpose. The speech needs to be well-written and clearly focused, and it can be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The goal is to meet their express purpose statement with a well-executed speech. So in the evaluation form, Toastmaster Dia has written her speech purpose statement, which I will also look and compare when I listen and evaluate her speech. Without further ado, with a speech length 5 to 7 minutes, Toastmaster Dia Nurmila Putri, F, the stereotype. F, the stereotype, Toastmaster Dia Nurmila Putri.
Pretty girls are lazy. Quiet people are shy. Young people are irresponsible. Older people cannot adapt to change. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Have you ever heard statement like this? Yes, we heard them so often that we rarely stop to question them. We label people based on their appearance, age, personality, sometimes before we even know them. But it's not just that other people label us, we label others too. And after hearing those labels repeatedly, we sometimes get influenced by them and start labeling ourselves. We begin to believe what others assume about us. A few years ago, I experienced that myself. I started my career in a back office role, working mostly behind my cubicle. Then one day, I was given an opportunity to move into sales. Some people thought it was exciting, others were skeptical because behind my back, some people said, she's an introverted person. She doesn't fit the role. Unfortunately, part of me agreed. After all, I also think of a salesperson as someone outgoing, confident, energetic, and talkative. Someone who looked nothing like me. And that was when I came face to face with a stereotype. Not just the stereotype that others had about me, but the stereotype that I had started believing about myself. Then I asked myself a simple question: am I really that bad? Somehow, instead of accepting that stereotype, I decided to test it. And fortunately, I had a laboratory. Toastmasters! At that time, 2022, 2023, I was serving as VPPR. Since our VPM was busy with professional life, I helped support membership activities as well. Without realizing it, I also doing something very similar to sales, talking to guests, understanding their needs, and helping them see the value of joining our club. I applied the 3C's theory in marketing that I learned, not by being pushy, not by being the loudest person in the room, but by building genuine connections, and it worked. Out of 7 new members who joined our club that term, I was directly involved in bringing 5, with I think it was enough as a proof, not force others to see, but for me. And that experience taught me something important. The stereotype was wrong. Not because I became an extrovert or something, but because success is not always about talking more. Sometimes it is about listening better, active listening. Help me understand people, build trust, and connect them more on a deeper level. And that was when I realized that the qualities I once considered as weakness were actually my strengths. Being introverted did not make me a bad salesperson, believe it or not, but believing the stereotype almost did. Although I might not the top sales or something, but at least I can enjoy the bonus quite often, right? And that's enough for me. And that realization led me to a bigger question. If stereotypes can limit our potential, how do we fight against them? Therefore, tonight I declare in front of you, F these stereotypes. Yes, I know we cannot swear or curse in Toastmasters, so the F here stands for fight against. I believe when we can start with 3 simple actions. First, question the label. Just because something is commonly said does not make it true. Second, test the assumption. Do not let stereotypes decide what you can or cannot do. Give yourself the chance to find out. And last but not least, see people as individuals, because every person is more than a label, a personality type, or a first impression. So tonight, before we place a label on someone and before we place a label on ourselves, pause even longer, because a stereotype is often nothing more than a shortcut to understanding someone we haven't taken the time to know. I was told that introverted does not fit in sales. If I had accepted that label, I might never have discovered what I was capable of. Not because those stereotypes divide me, but because I choose not to let it. So the next time we hear stereotype, whether it comes from the society, from someone else, or even from the voice inside our own head, let's do these 3 things. Question the label, test the assumption, and see the person. Because behind every stereotype, is a human being with a potential waiting to be discovered. And behind every label is a story that deserves to be heard. Again, tonight I invite all of us to do one thing. F the stereotypes. Not the word you may have thought of at first, but something far more powerful. Fight against the stereotypes. Thank you.
Yeah, super. Yeah, Dia is one of the hairdresser to me when I was in Bandung. So she was nice, helpful, and really best friends of mine in world of Toastmasters. And I would like to tell you, Dia, the one thing that I fall in love in Toastmasters in 2007 because I witnessed the unique vibes in Toastmasters, and I fall in love since. So it's 19 years already. I'm in Toastmasters world, and I love it. And when you test a social uh, scenario in Toastmaster, it will mostly fail there. Why? Because we love you before you even speak. Before, if you make mistakes a lot in Toastmasters, we already supporting you. We have your back. So you have to try it in the market. Testing that in a Toastmasters is like testing in a family. Everyone love you already. So it maybe surprise you with another response. Okay, that's all. I would like now to ensure that each of you to turn on the video because I will take up photos. Apri, you may turn on the videos of yours. Okay. Your head is too down, Apri. Move a little bit ahead. Yes, exactly, bro. Okay, wait a minute. According to you, someone who changed your life. If you listen a word, someone who changed your life, make a post of it. Three, two, one. Hold on. Hold on a second. I need I need a place to paste it here. Okay, wait. Bhinneka. Done. Paste. And then here. Sorry, it takes a little bit longer. Now, according to what of the day influence, please use influence theme to be your post style. Three, two, one. Okay, superb. Wait, I paste here in the chat box and in our WhatsApp group. Yes. Now, if you have to go to your identity card maker, please post identity card levels of yours. Yeah, just simple ID. Three, two, one. Thank you, done. Yeah, apparently I'm the Tom, so you're waiting for me because I have to pause it here and there. Wait a minute. Okay, it is. Yes. Now we are going to the second sessions. Since we only have one prepared speaks, I believe table topic master already prepared a lot of questions. It depends on the president when we'll say stop. Okay, for doing this, I invite one of the most amazing actors I imported from United States of America to play every roles that he possibly play. For doing this, Ben, you act this now. Go ahead, bro.
Thanks. What a fun. Redra, you have changed my life. I don't know how, but you definitely have changed my life. And our theme today is just that. Talking about people that have changed your life, sometimes for the good, the better. Someone said ex-boyfriend. Fun fact about that. My ex-girlfriend one time, like, I don't know, 10 years later, she messaged me about like how I broke up with her and was like really like serious. I'm like, okay, paint this picture. She's like 19. I was like 23, out of the army. And I'm like, not really going to work. Blah, 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 insightful stuff, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, you know what? At that time, I was really, really mad at you. But 10 years later, you're right. Ladies, give you some advice. Don't ever tell a guy that he was right because we're never going to let you hear the last of it. I was right. Don't do it. Don't tell a guy that he's right. We already know, but don't give us that power. So she gave me the power, but now I'm married and I never get told I'm right. So, okay, I digress. Let's go. Today's theme is someone who's changed your life. All right. And before we get to that, we have to mention something else too. Last meeting, we weren't able to fully congratulate the table topic champion of the world. I mean, can't disprove it. And the evaluation champion of the world. It's because Toastmasters doesn't do a world competition for table topics and evaluation. So technically, the world is District 87, two-time champion Natalie, our president. ETM, Natalie. Way to go. Way to go.
Yeah, congratulations, Natalie. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
So with that being said, we're going to have her go first.
Of course, I
Yes.
know it.
Haha. There was a reason. There's always a reason for the method to the madness. All right. So in the chat, I'll also read it. If the person who changed your life had never entered it, where do you think you'd be today? Hard question for the champ.
I have a lot of people who have come to my life and changed my life. I would argue that my dad, my late father, was one of the biggest influence in my life. If he has never entered my life, I wouldn't be in this world. I wouldn't be with you today because I would be somewhere in heaven enjoying my glorious life instead of suffering in the world. And also befriending Ben and Rendra. Oh my gosh, what a suffering. Forgive me, I digress a little bit. If my dad had never come to my life, or imagining myself being born from a different father, I wouldn't think that I can be what I am today. My father was a type of person who always support me in any kind of pursuit that I told him I would go for it. For example, my drawing, when I was in elementary school, my drawing was suck. But when I said to my dad, Dad, I want to try drawing. He didn't say anything, but he came home one day buying me a watercolor pencils. And when I was in high school and I said, Dad, I wanted to learn English, he didn't say anything, but he asked his friends a number, a contact number of a private English teacher. And the next month, I was there in my first class. So without his influence, I would say that I probably wouldn't be like what I am right now because he is the type of parents, a type of father who really support me, even though it might not yield anything, even though it might just a whimsical wish, even though I probably am not good at it. But for him, support is what he can offer. And for me, it's what matters most. So without my dad, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And that's why I also want to offer my support for others. Back to you, Ben.
All right. So Natalie went in this route of like, if I wasn't here, my dad wasn't here, I'd be in heaven. Now, again, that's the simplistic thing. If your parents weren't there, you really wouldn't be here in that concept. My humor would have taken that in a completely different direction. But that's the difference between Natalie and I. But it's still kind of the same route.
And
Well
I'm
done, Natalie.
going to be inappropriate. That's why I cut it off.
Yeah. Definitely inappropriate is where I would have gone with that. 100%. It'd been fun. Okay. Well done. Okay, I want to go with our grammarian, the one person in our life here that lets us still be young or feel young, right? Yeah. Okay, Nancy, enjoy it. I'm telling you, 30 to 40 is like this. So quick. Tell us about someone who changed your life for the worse. What did you learn?
Someone who changed your life for the worse. What did you learn? This is hard. Because I felt like I'm doing good. Okay. Well, as a young generation, at my age, of course, I will hang out with many people. I am open to new people. When I get into like a new event, I want to get to know other people. And if they over hang out, and for me it's still good, I would go. But for someone who influenced me for the worst, I wonder who. Because I would say it's hard, but I would say there is one of my friend that tried to influence me to the worst. So I'm very young, like I'm 20, I'm still young, 22. So in our 20s, we want to try many things, right? So one of my friend at my age encouraged me to go to the club. Like, wow. I was like, should I go or not? I was wondering at that moment. She asked me like for many times, like, let's go, Nancy. You would never be 22 and dance in the club and then having fun. And I was like, but I think it's not good for me. It's okay, Nancy. Just go, just try. I will take care of you. And first I refused that. And then she kept asking me for several times until I was wondering, I think I should go for the first time in my life. So I stepped over and I went there. Wow. Wow, it was crazy. But then but what I hate about the club is that there are many people smoke there and I just don't like it. And that makes me hate it. Like I enjoy the music, not the drink, but I enjoy the music. But because of the smoke, I don't like it. And I was shocked to see people there. And since that moment, I promised myself, I think I would never go to the club again because it's bad for my health. I think that's all from me. Back to you.
All right. Yeah, I have to say, I know I'm the only non-Indonesian person in the room, but your guys' country really sucks when it comes to smoking. Like in the US, you go to the club, most clubs now are you can't smoke inside the club. So yeah, that one, even when I was younger in certain states, they still allowed it, which is what I hated the most about that many people in an enclosed space and then just smoking freely. And you're just like, you walk out and you're like in your house, smells so fresh. Like, wow, my clothes stink so bad. So yeah, agreed. But come on, guys, can we not imagine Nancy in a cocktail dress, full of makeup, high heels, going out there and doing the most like uncomfortable like girl circle dance? Like, yeah, this is so woo, this is so fun. Shots. It's yeah, good job, Nancy. But again, one thing about table topics is this, and this is my little tiny advice as well, is sometimes we think so big. All we have to do is take a tiny little speck of a moment and we can make that a little bit bigger. So you took a moment where a friend peer pressured you, which is a good way to go, and you realized, I learned something. I don't need to enjoy music. at those type of places. So good job, Nancy. Well done. Way to tackle that. Not a good influence, but at least you know you've done it before. Okay. Describe. Wait. Number 3. Okay, here's a question for our guest. I think this one is a little easier. Our guest, Lilik. Or is it Lilac or Lilik? How do I pronounce it?
Lilik.
Lilik, okay.
Yeah.
All right. This one is simple. It's in the chat. Describe a person who changed your life without ever meeting you.
Describe a person who changed your life without ever meeting you.
Be like an artist or something.
Okay. Okay. Someone who never meet me and he or she will change my life. Maybe I will sometimes I read some books or some quotes that influence my life that I never met him or her, but that words or the books will really influence in my life with many advice or some good words. One word that I have advantage and changed my life. I remember that when I go to college, and that word say like this: earn much, and then you will have something for your retirement. And it changed my life. So when I go to work or spend my money, I remember that word and changed my life a lot. So someone who changed my life and influenced my life that I never meet is sometimes book or just quote. Back to you, Ben.
All right. Great idea, right? So like reading some words from an author, and in Toastmasters, we use quotes all the time that kind of connect with our speeches. And some of those quotes we kind of live by. And we never really get to meet the people that said these. But yeah, that's really a good idea. And that gives me like a book I read when I was in the Army was like one of those influence 101 ways. Very cliche. The book was very cliche. But the one line that I still have lived by that changed my life was like more of a kind of a metaphor. It's like, don't wait for the phone to ring, pick it up and call somebody. So when I was in the Army on weekends, I lived off post. On the weekends, all my friends would go hang out and go party and go have fun. And then on Monday, they would talk about it. And I was never there. So one day I just picked the phone up. Instead of waiting for them to call me, I called them. What are you guys doing? We're at this guy's house. Come on over. So that little moment in the military when I was in my, 18, 19, 20, 21, I still do today. I don't wait for someone to call me. I go and just ask and invite myself sometimes. Some aspects that could be rude, but still don't wait. Just go and get it done. Good job. Very good. Okay, next I want to give it to our GE. This one is for Toastmaster Fifi. Who changed your life more? Someone who loved you or someone who challenged you? Explain.
Who changed my life more? Someone who loved me or someone who challenged me? If I think someone who loved me, they never changed my life because they always agree with what I said, like my husband, my children. So there is nothing changed about my life from the people who love me. For that answer, I would say that someone who changed my life is someone who challenged me, of course, in a positive thing. For example, like I was given the opportunity by my company to study in other field. As you know that I'm in marketing and admin. There was a time when the company gave me the opportunity to learn about HR. And thank God the HR manager at that time gave me the challenge, but she also guide me as coach. So during lunchtime, we spend 30 minutes, we skip lunch for 30 minutes together to learn about how to do the job evaluation and then do the career mapping and so on. So this kind of environment challenge, the challenging one, gave me the opportunity to learn and change my life. Now the result is good. So when the company gave me, for example, like the evaluation is like this, I can argue with that because I learned how to do the job evaluation. That's one thing that I learned. So that's the answer from me. Back to you too, Ben.
All right. Absolutely. And that's a great insight, right? People that love us, they do a lot. They provide for us, they help us out. But a lot of times when people love you, and this is the key, if they always agree with what you say and always say yes, there's no pushback. So even for me, like the answer like would be my baseball coach. Um, he's one of the first people that kind of pushed us in a way where I physically didn't think I can go any further, and then he kind of got more out, which allowed me to kind of do a lot of crazy stuff in the military and then the travel across the world and kind of start over. But all these kind of things, like people that push you, they might love you, but not like your family. Like they're just doing it because it's the right thing to do. So great answer, good insight, Miss Toastmaster Fifi. Okay. This is a fun one. Okay. This is going to go to Rendra. Please read into this question. Tell us about someone who changed your life by completely annoying you. Who is someone that completely annoyed you and changed your life, Rendra? Are you okay?
Okay, thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, telling about lot of ones, not really someone who changed my life and completely annoying me, was all those the love story when I was a child. At that moment, a simple child with a good in class, rank one, two, or three, and then very talk active. I was very optimistic that the girls that I fall in love with simply can be my girlfriends. Apparently, what you know, that was not the case at all. Really, not at all. So I never have a happy kindergarten memories, elementary school's memories, senior high school memories, and then even in university memories in terms of relationship with girls. Is that annoying me? Yes, of course. The facts of not her herself, but the case that apparently when all the my friends, male friends, can have a girlfriends, but I didn't, just didn't, annoying me. But it changed my life. Okay, if they if they are not part of my life, then I shall find another part of my life to be real part of my life. So I focus on studying. I focus on study where everyone go to the club as Nancy's friends. I'm doing mathematics, physics, chemistry, and English. And I become one of, you know, educated kind of nerd type of persons. Yet it changed me for now. Thank you. I give the control back to Ben.
Great answer. That's actually a great answer. The idea is that, like, when we're young, we have so much influence, kind of like Nancy's friend pushing her, that we think we need everything at that moment. Where like if you're like dragging behind. And when you're dragging behind, your friends are going out dating and doing all this stuff. And then you're like, well, I can't do this. Right? I was that guy when I got out of the army. I went to college. All my friends would be out partying. They're in their mid 20s and 20s. I'm in the basement studying for final exams. And that's the concept, is that when we're in our early 20s, we think we need to have everything at that moment. But if you go and start building and investing in yourself, Nancy, invest in yourself, Nancy. Remember, you're young still. Go and get all the knowledge and get all the resource, meet people, network, because the more you invest in yourself, the higher quality people you're going to meet as you move up in the world. And then you'll have a better opportunity and hopefully a more fulfilling, less annoying, future for some of us. I don't know. Okay. Next, I want to give it to our. Wait. Tia, did you already go? You get our speaker. Yeah. Our
Yes.
speaker. Here we go. And then our timer. And then we'll start over again. Okay. What small action from someone ended up changing your entire life? Again, small action. Changed your whole life.
Talking about action from someone which ended up changing my entire life, I cannot say that it's a small, because for me it's big. When some of you put mom or mother as a person who changed your life, it might sound cliche. For me, yes, it is my mom. My late mom, she didn't just act or did her role as a mom, but also as a father figure for me. It, of course, not a small action for me. Really, what she did changed my entire life in a very huge way possible. I mean, maybe I cannot be someone as strong as myself today without her. So again, an action from my mom by stepping up, by being and fulfilling a father role for me and my sister is something that very, very changed my entire life in general and until now. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, excellent. Yep. My parents, when I was 10, got divorced. So my mom became this kind of like dual role person that, made my sister and I really like independent, because she would be at work when we're in fourth and fifth grade. She'd be at work when we got up. And then, we would get to school, we get home from school, and she would still be at work. So a lot of times my sister and I, at a young age, became very independent, but constantly saw like our mom doing so much to make sure that we had exactly what we needed. Even though we didn't really have a lot, we always had everything we needed. That was kind of a good influence as well, that you wouldn't think at that time would be, uh, you're just playing your life, right? So good job. Good, good speech. Okay, our timer. You're next. Our timer.
I can help as timer.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Opry. Have you ever realized too late that someone had changed your life? Tell us about it. Remember, use the word influence.
I believe that every one of us have some kind of experience that we don't realize that someone actually changed with our life without we realizing it. And for example, in my experience, that I think teacher is one of the most things that changed my life, because when I was a kid, I used to go to the school, and going to the school is something that I really hate. I don't like it because I have to study, I need to do homework, and I do a lot of things. And rather going to school, instead, I try to skip the school. I remember back then, my brother influenced me to skip school. He invited me just go play. And unfortunately enough, I get influenced by him. And then after I become adult, I start to realize that actually school and learning is one of the biggest thing that can really change my life. And back then, when I was a kid, I didn't understand that. And now, after I become adult, I realize that educating ourselves at first is very hard, and I feel not like doing it. However, in the long run, doing hard thing like study, improving ourselves is something that we can benefit us when we become adult. So, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that someone who changed my life that I don't realize that when I was a kid is a teacher. Because without a teacher, I may still be a dumb person and not to know how to overcome my life by myself. I think that's all for me. Back to them.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? We just don't always know when someone kind of changes our life and it's like too late. So for me, this happened when again you're in the military and then you go to get deployed. And the sad thing about that is that you could be talking and playing cards with somebody, and then the next day that person's gone, right? So it's like that happened quite a bit where you had this deep conversation about life and the future and the goals, like kind of like you would see in the movies, or like when someone is like a lot older than me and I'm like 18, 19 years old, confused or whatever, and then that person's gone. In a blink of an eye, and you start really appreciating people, but you don't always have that opportunity to thank them, right? So you just got to make sure you live a kind of a positive life so you don't like scar their name or something. All right, so that's the round one. Round one, it looks like based to our timer, we have one person that's not eligible for round one. Are we gonna do we have time for round two? Do you want to make it like a minute long instead of 2 minutes, or just normal?
Normal is okay.
I'm asking the president.
Okay, I think we can do normal, 1 to
Okay.
2 minutes. I mean, you can skip me. I don't need to go twice. So we can do maybe 4 to 5 in round
Okay.
two.
All right. The champ says we can skip her. I don't need to practice anymore. I'm undefeated and I am retired from competing. That's what she said. That's what I heard. You can skip me. No problem. That's what I heard. I mean, anyways. All right. Back to Nancy. Redeem yourself. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you could swap lives for 1 week with the person who changed your life, What would you want to understand about them? Use the word influence.
Okay. I think if I could change my life with someone who changed my life, I want to know why they want to influence me. I mean, like, they intend to influence me. So it's not I am being influenced by them, but they give themselves directly to influence me. Because I wonder, like, what motivates them to influence someone like me? Because it's like I am stranger. I just know them for like few weeks. We just met, and then directly they are willing to introduce me into something, and then uh, guide me to do something new. So if I want to change my life into their position, I just want to know what motivate them to do that and what keeps them up in doing that. Because I do believe that that person that influenced me, she is not just influencing me, but she also influenced any other people out there. Like, why would she invest all most of her time in us and not in herself? So I would say that is one thing that I want to know, and maybe to live in her life, like how she manage all of the things and how she became that smart and she can transfer all the knowledge to others, and how she can use the networking as well to help us to be influenced also. I think that is my point. Back to you, Ren.
Interesting. Yes. Do a body switch with someone and wonder, why are you being so helpful to me? Like, yeah, balance. Are you helpful to yourself? Are you helpful to others? Why did you pick me? Right? It's always a question we ask a lot in this world is why me? 7 billion people on the planet. Why me? Why me in this situation? Why am I here? That's a question people all over the world ask themselves, especially when someone does like a small act of kindness. Why? It's like, I'm very difficult, by the way. I don't know how to react when someone does something nice for me. It's very difficult. It's like, just thank you, but why? Hmm. Sometimes we don't think we deserve it. All right. Our guest, Toastmaster Lilik, get another round. Question: who changed your life more? A person who stayed or a person who left?
Okay, who is the one who changed my life more? Someone who changed my life more is someone who left me. I said before, who changed my life was my ex-boyfriend. He hurt me so much, then it already changed my life and opened my eyes. Don't be too stupid. Become a girl. Wake up, grown up. And yes, he changed my life a lot. And after that moment, I become a girl who smarter than before, and not to be a little girl who um easy to spoil and stupid. And right now, yes, I am grown up, and thank God I already have a husband, a good husband, and some children. And back then,
I will advise some good moment right there. So my ex-boyfriend is a person who changed my life. Back to you, Ben.
All right, very good. Again, another question we have people ask, like, if your life was perfect every single day, it would be boring, right? It is going to be very, very boring, I think. And even though we don't like going through hardships or having to face difficult situations, those difficult situations create a story and a learning experience. Hopefully, you're able to get past it and over it, and remember what you learned from the situation. Because a lot of times in relationships, the worst ones you have make you like more tough on the outside and harder for someone to kind of penetrate and get to the soft, gushy stuff that, makes you vulnerable. We kind of hide it from people. So, too many people hurt you. It makes it really hard to kind of get through to somebody. So great job there, Miss Lilik. Okay, Miss GE, Toastmaster Fifi, once again.
Yes.
What if you are the person who changed someone else's life without knowing it? Without knowing you did. What happened in your situation?
What if I'm the person who changed someone else's life without I'm knowing it? Well, that's challenging question because it's been a long time for someone inform me that his or her life has changed because of me. Let me recall when I was in Toastmasters. When the first time I joined Toastmaster, it was the name of the club was Awesome Black Gold Toastmaster. It's just a few members like us, like Bhinneka. But due to the small member, we close off each other. There is one member, sometimes she came to the meeting, and sometimes when she was busy, of course, she cannot join because the meeting was during the lunch time. After a while, then she said that, "Hey, Fee, after I joined some meeting and listen to your speech, I realized, I can speak in 5 to 7 minutes. Previously, I only speak 1 until 2 minutes during the table topic sessions. But now I'm glad that's because of you. You often encourage me to speak more. So during the meeting, apparently, without I realize, I often say that speak more, speak more, even during the table topic session, because I wanted to encourage her to speak more than 2 minutes. So yes, if I can give the example, that's one good example that I can share with all of you at this moment. Thank you. Back you. Back to
All
you, Ben.
right. All right, very good. All right, just a tip for everybody. If you ever hear the phrase, what if? What if means like typically a hypothetical. So it doesn't have to be real, can be real. But the concept is like you can just kind of imagine something that could happen. So the what if part usually refers to something that's not real at all. But anyways, thank you so much, Fifi, for sharing. And that's exactly what it is. I call this being like a fly on the wall. What if we do something and we never know? Or if a tree lands in a forest, doesn't make a sound? We never know. So what this does is that the way we treat people on a day-to-day basis, you don't know how they're feeling or how they're acting that day. So simple hellos, smiles, waves. Never know. It could change somebody. You just never know. Well done. Okay, we're going to do Jalita. Are you here? Do you want to do a table topic? You could be our last one.
Oh, okay, sure. What
Yes.
is the theme? Yeah, what happened? Oh, my camera is turned off, I think. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the laptop. Wait, let me. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
there you are.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So the theme is about someone who changed your life. So tell us about someone you never expected to change your life, but did.
Oh, what is the word of the day again?
Influence. Perfect, Nancy.
Influence. Okay. Okay, thank you. Oh, I can think of someone because I was doing my high school in Lombok. I was in Malang in Java. Then I moved to Lombok for my senior high school. Then I expected like usual. Then maybe when I went to uni, I need to study and work at the same time to support myself. Then I got a notice from my mom's friend that there was a scholarship to study in Australia. So why didn't I apply? So I thought that there was nothing to lose. So I applied and I got the scholarship. So I went to study in Australia for free. So I think that was the big influence for me. So it changed the trajectory of my life. So instead of like the usual that people in Indonesia usually like to study in Surabaya for the like the Ubaya or Petra in Surabaya and do some degree and then support myself by working. So I got a full scholarship, including the living cost. Although I also did some part-time job to earn some pocket money in Australia, and the pay was much better. So yes, I think I didn't expect that only the small interaction and then told me about the scholarship and I went to apply. It would take the trajectory of my life. So yes, I think sometimes the little things that could change our life. It's not like a big gesture. Some small thing that it could influence our trajectory of our life. So I think we need to appreciate everyone. So who knows? Someone could change our life or we could change someone's life for the better. I hope for the better. Thank you. Back to you, Ben.
That is very profound, right? Like you go from your home to Lombok, and then someone just says, "Hey, you should check this out," and you just, why not? And then bam, free education abroad. That is a very serendipitous thing, and again, it happens quite a bit now. Like my master's degree is kind of similar. A girl that I dated for a little bit already had her master's degree, and we would sit there and talk, and she kind of convinced me to go get my master's degree. Right? She's married, has a kid, she's happily, whatever. But again, these little tiny moments that we just kind of open our ears and hopefully meet positive people along the way. It's like, why not? Worst they could say is no. So that's a good idea, right? It's you never really know. And it's even like how I have my job today, I can kind of go back to 8 years from now or 8 years ago when I joined Toastmasters to this present time where I have the job I have now, kind of because of Toastmasters. So it's very interesting, moments that you never know how they're going to end up. So very good. Natalie, do we have time for a couple more or are we good?
We can do one more.
One more. Okay, let's give it back to our who?
Timer?
Yes, our timer. He doesn't get to talk very much. So our timer, you get one more. Influence. Use the word influence. If the person who changed your life walked into this room right now, what is the first thing you would say to them? Thank you, Mr. Ben. I appreciate you. You are the greatest person in the world. Second greatest person to change your life. Happy.
Thank you. Why you don't tell this more sooner than before? However, I still glad that you teach me and sharing your experience. I think that is one of the things that if I have a dream about about a person who can make my dream become reality. Actually, the person that I want to meet, actually the the person that I cannot meet because he is a person who died a long time ago, which is one of the most popular scientists in the world, and his name is Edison. Probably some of you already know that. When I was a kid, I have a dream to become a scientist, and I want to discover a lot of things and to make an invention. And Edison is one of the person that I really like because he teach me to never give up. And through his life experience, he teach me that you need to try over and over again in order to become a successful. As we already know that he fell more than 1,000 times before he become a successful. And because of that, he teach me that being persistent and never give up is one of the things that really help me to become better and better over time. So if I have a dream to meet him, I will say thank you. And I hope that I can see you again on my next trip. Back to our Tadem.
All right. Yeah. Oh, Edison. He made a lot of mistakes that turned out to be amazing inventions. So that's a pretty interesting aspects. Well, I think we had a lot of good, positive topics that were explained today. I appreciate all of you guys opening up your hearts and minds, sharing with who is the person or people that have helped you in your life. So I'm going to give the message to our timer as everyone is on time, pretty much.
Yep.
Just excellent. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Ben. Ben already gave us a lot of very qualified questions, and lucky us, we can respond with our own way. And we have 11 speakers for the table topic sessions. I'm happy for that because each of us contribute our ideas, especially to Jelita. You are coming so early so we can finally harvesting your idea. You are amazing, lady. Thank you for visiting us. And of course, it is also applied to Lily and everyone. Now, we are going to the third session. This is, I can call it an edu sessions. Yet, again, according to the theme of today, someone who changed my life. Someone who changed someone else's life. I believe each of us has a mission or vision for that, and who we are meeting tonight, even though via this online, somehow we changed our life. Natalie changed my life a little bit. Fifi, Nancy, Ben, Lily, Jelita, Apri, Dia, you have changed. You are the ingredients of my life. If my life is chapchai, you may be carrots and then onions and then another vegetables. Okay, so I'm a chapchai. You eat me and done. So you have contributions. You cheers my life, and I do believe every one of you have somebody, or each of us has contribution. Now, going to the third part, I would like to invite one of the most seniors in my second neighborhood in Bintaro. She's famous with a very generous and good lady. She ever invite me and family for a sudden dinner together. Out of sudden, even all of us didn't take a shower yet. and stinky due to the job of the all day. Now, please let us welcome Vivi Amaliawati.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Marendra Dika. Well, what you shared just now, I hope you can influence others to open their house for you too, and invite you for the dinner with your family. Okay, now for the evaluation, let's begin by hearing from our speech evaluator, the champion one, Natalie Cahyadi, who will provide constructive feedback to our speaker. Please help me to welcome Natalie to evaluate the speech delivered by Toastmaster Dia.
Stereotype indeed influence how we think about ourselves and other people. Toastmaster Dia, thank you for sharing an inspiring speech that's not only inspiring but also thought-provoking. In this presentation, there are three excellent points that you raise. Number one is the relatable opening. I noticed that when you open the speech, you immediately sharing a relevant example about stereotypes that hook us in. As the attention span of people getting shorter and shorter, when you're able to hook the audience from the beginning, you are set to have a good presentation. The second thing that I like is you achieve the project purpose, so writing a speech with a clear purpose. It was mentioned explicitly and implicitly throughout the speech. Behind every stereotype is a human being waiting to be discovered. So this purpose was clearly delivered as a lesson learned through your story, and that also make it personal. The third thing that I like is the character's transformation. From believing in the stereotype imposed to you to rediscovering yourself, you have shown, not just tell. And you achieve it through your storytelling when you shared your experience from moving from the cubicle to the sales and from being doubted to recruiting people in Toastmasters. Well done. To improve the inspirational point of the speech, I would like to suggest two recommendations related to the structure. Number one is to repackage the how. I noticed in your speech, you're using a storytelling way, and then suddenly, how do we fight the stereotypes? There are three things that we can do. It becomes informational. I would suggest that in order not to break down the flow of storytelling and we can make it more inspirational instead of informative, we reduce the change of tone and make the transition more smoother by relating back to the story. For instance, you can say in that part something like this: I wonder if stereotypes limits our potential, how do we fight them? Looking back, when someone said I couldn't do sales because I was an introvert, I questioned them. I test their opinion by helping them recruit people in Toastmasters. And from then on, I started to see that everyone is a unique individual. Just by repackaging it a little bit, it makes it flow much better. The second thing is stronger closing. I noticed that at the end, the energy was a little bit low, and I believe the impact will be greater when you finish the speech with stronger tone and better order. For example, you can say it something like this: let's fight the stereotype, question the label, test the assumption, and see people as individual. Because behind every stereotype, there is a human being waiting to be discovered. That will make a greater impact for the audience. In conclusion, great inspirational speech, great opening, purpose, and transformation, and two recommendation, closing, and also the change of tone. Back to you.
Wow, let's give applause to Natalie Cahyadi for her incredible feedback. Yeah, just for your information, Natalie also is the one who changed or influenced me the way I give the evaluation to be better, of course. Thanks to you, Nat. Now let's continue with the next agenda. I think it's time for us to hear from my team, our meeting role bearers, who have been observing specific aspect of our communication. We don't have a counter, so we skip that one. For the timer, thanks Apri, you already write all the time, yeah. And I believe all the participants are eligible for voting. Now let's hear from Nancy as grammarian. Nancy, time is yours to give the report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Let me do the share screen. While waiting for my screen to be visible, thank you everyone for all your participation in this meeting. And now I would like to present my report to you. First, I would like to start with the word of the day. Congratulations to Toastmaster Rendra, Toastmaster Natalie, Toastmaster Lily, Toastmaster Apri, Toastmaster Ben, Toastmaster Jelita for mention the word of the day, influence. Please give a big applause for all of us. Okay, and I hope in the future, all of us can use the word of the day in our during the meeting, so we can learn new words together. Next, for the improper grammatical usage, these are some that I noted. The first one, someone mentioned to doing that because it's supposed to be in doing that or to do that. When we are using the word to, we cannot use the verb in. So it's supposed to be in doing that or to do that. The second, someone mentioned, I experienced that in my life, and it was the past tense. So it's supposed to be, I experienced that in my life. The third is when I go to college, because it was in the past tense, it has happened. So we should use simple past tense to when I went to college. And last one is also about simple past tense. It stated, someone said, I have a dream, but this is when he was a kid. So it's supposed to be, I had a dream when I was a kid. So what I note for the improper grammatical usage is basically in the usage of simple past tense. So when we're talking about things that has happened, we better use the simple past tense and another past grammar. So that is one thing that I note, and I hope you guys can, all of us can pay attention into this, and we can do it better in the future. And last is quote or sayings that I note. Most of these are from Toastmaster Dia during the speech. The first one is not by being the loudest in the room, but by building genuine connections, which, well, I agree with that. And second, do not let stereotypes let what you can and cannot do. The third, behind every level is a story that deserves to be heard. And fourth, let's fight against stereotypes. So it encourages us to fight against stereotypes. And last is from our table topic master, Toastmaster Ben. Don't wait for the phone to ring. Just pick it up and call. I think that is all from my grammarian reports. I hope that we can learn from this and we can perform better in our upcoming speeches and upcoming meetings in our upcoming days. I think that's all for me. I would like to give it back to Toastmaster Fifi. Back to you.
Thank you to our grammarian today, Toastmaster Nancy, who give insight on our language usage and also the word of the day. So that's conclude all the role bearers. Now I will share my observation on the meeting as a whole. For the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Marendra, you give energy and engagement as usual. That was the most striking aspect of today's meeting, was the atmosphere. You open with warmth and also fun with full positive energy. Although we had some technical problem in the audio system for the video during the opening, but overall it's good. And for Natalie, you open the meeting as usual. Nat, you always mention our name one by one. It makes our member like me appreciate. Well, I feel like, wow, you are as the club member remembering our name one by one and say that you also welcoming us. That makes our member feel appreciated. For the timer, Apri, you did a good job because once the one activity finished, you already provided the timer report in the chat box. That's very good. And also for Ben, our table topic master today, for leading a dynamic and engaging session as usual. Ben, you always give the inspiring question where members share the harvest stories. Now, today topic about influence. You encourage from your question, you influence how other people influence our life, reminding us that the power of guidance, inspiration, and human connection. And for Nancy, our grammarian, I notice you are getting better now when presenting the grammar, which I believe you already prepare well before the meeting, also during the meeting, or also before that, I believe you already prepare well. And I hope for next meeting we have the counter. So overall, today's meeting was energetic, well-paced, and insightful. And I would suggest that maybe we can share the video for the opening in our WhatsApp group so I can also download in my file. In case needed, I can help to share to every participant here. So that's all the conclude of the evaluation section. Thank you for all your contribution and attention. Let's welcome back our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Marendra.
Thank you, GE. I'm happy today because I have a very amazing presidents, super table topic master, and fabulous GE, as well as all super attendees. Tonight is one of the most amazing tonights. Indonesia now celebrates the birth of Pancasila. It is the symbol of uh, unity in diversity of Indonesia. And I hope every one of you enjoy how being unique in on your community included band. Now, I think it is one of the most important moments that we will witness who are chosen to be the most funniest speakers in table topic sessions. And for doing this, I would like to give the control back since I think I'm done my job. Madam Wasel President Natalie, your time.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rendra, for being such an engaging Toastmasters of the meeting. Can we give him another round of applause, please? Yay! Now we need to vote, but the polling is currently froze in my screen. I just need two more people to vote, who is Fifi, oh, three, sorry, Fifi, Nancy, and Lily. If you can private message me your table topic speakers, your favorite table topic speakers, because at this moment, everyone got one vote, the one that I received. So I need someone to give me their votes. So I'm gonna wait for just like 30 seconds for Nancy, Lily, and Fifi to vote. And oh yeah, also you, Ben. Okay, done. Okay, thank you, Ben. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. Okay. Okay. 10 more seconds. Okay. Okay, finally somebody got 2 votes. 3 votes. Great. Awesome. Now, Toastmaster Rendra, thank you everyone for voting. We finally have the winners for table topics. But as usual, we're gonna start by sharing the other winners first. So Toastmaster Rendra, please help me to take a
Sure.
photo. Drum roll, please, for the favorite speaker for tonight. Prepare speech speakers. Toastmaster Dia
Yeah,
Normila Putri.
yeah, dia. I pin dia. Make it, yeah, balance left and right. Champion pose. 3, 2, and 1. Superb, lady.
Awesome. So next is best evaluator. Drum roll. It's me. Hi.
Yeah. Super weight. I pin Natalie. Okay. Now the champion pose. 3, 2, and 1. Ah, super Nat.
Thank you, Rendra. And the actual competition for tonight. It's very tight competition. Everybody almost got everybody got a vote for themselves, but the winner goes to Toastmaster Lily Jayaningsi.
Yay! Wait a minute, everyone. Okay. Lily Jennings. Wait a minute. Okay. Remove pin. I pin Lily now. Great. Pin her. Okay. Champion pose. 3, 2, and 1. Super. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rendra. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations for all of you. By the way, Rendra, you need to post it in the group, not to private message to me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why.
Yes, thank you. And now we're at the end of our meeting. I just want to remind everyone that this is the second to last meeting of this term because the next meeting on the, hang on the 15th of June will be our last meeting for term 2025-2026. Ooh. For that, I would like to ask all Bhinneka's member, Ben, Rendra, Nancy, Fifi, to stay just for an extra 10 minutes after the meeting because we need to finalize the EXCO list for the next term. And then I need to submit to Toastmasters International. I also would like to invite Apri and Dia to stay because they're both club coach. Next meeting, we have the theme already, but if you want to give a speech or if you want to take any roles, let Ben knows, the VPE, and we can slot you in. We're very open, especially Jelita. You're not just a guest, you're a very familiar face in our club. So don't hesitate to, ask for any roles or speaker slot. That's all for tonight. I am so happy that you guys come and participating. Before I close this meeting, I would like to ask quick guest comments, first from Lily and then from Jelita. So, do you enjoy the meeting? What do you think about Bhinneka? If this is your first time coming to Bhinneka, would you want to join again?
Yes, thank you, Natalie.
Actually, yes, this is my first time join your club, Bhinneka. Actually, I'm in Jabat, and as you know, Jabat is in Bahasa Indonesia. So I challenge myself to speak in English. Um, even though my English is not really good, but I try my best. And this is me, and I really enjoy your meeting tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. Come back again anytime. Since you're an inactive member in Jabat, do you want to join our club?
Okay, I will let you know, Natalie.
Okay. No pressure. By the way, Ben, what do you think about her English? Because you're the only native speaker here.
I understand it. That's all that matters.
Cool. So lesson learned is never say sorry about your English or whatever, because people don't think about it. People don't think it as critical as we think. Sometimes we're too harsh on ourselves. Thank you for coming. We're really happy that you're here. If you want to come, take roles, do a speech, feel free. Next is Jelita.
Hi. As usual, I enjoy to going to Bhinneka. And sorry, I came late because I was doing some work as well and take shower before the meeting. And I try to eat before the meeting because otherwise I will turn off my camera. So next time, if I can come early, maybe I can take a role.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by
Thank
the way,
you.
you can just turn off the camera and eat. Don't worry
Oh.
about Rendra who's teasing you. You can just come and then enjoy. You probably can participate in table topic again. Thank you.
Okay.
We're so
Thank
happy
you.
that you're still make time to come. Appreciate that. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you all the participating role takers. Great work. Another well done meeting of Bhinneka. And again, a reminder, all Bhinneka's member, everyone except Lily and Julita, please stay because we need to do a little bit of club business before we finish our meeting. But for our guests, feel free to leave because this meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Emily.
Oh, bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lily, Jelita. Cheers.